Hi my friend, this is Cissy. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the last video of the 5-part series of messages from your future self. And in this reading, I'm going to channel message from your future self and see what they want to communicate to you at this time. And this future self, as I explained in my previous videos, is your future self 5 to 10 years on the road. We often overestimate what we can accomplish in 1 year, but underestimate how much we can progress or change in 5 to 10 years. So I'm channeling from yourself that's a little bit distance from now and see what kind of advice and foresight they are willing to share with us today. So, like always, you have 3 piles to choose from, and all the cards are the Hermit today. Pile 1 is the Hermit from the Light Seers Tarot deck. Pile 2 is the Hermit from the Ethereal Vision Illuminated Tarot deck. Pile 3 is the Hermit from the Muse Tarot deck. If none of these cards speak to you right now, think about number 1, 2, 3 and see which number jump out to you, and that will be your pile. I will see you at your reading. Hi Pile 1, if you pick the Hermit card from the Light Seer Tarot deck, this is your reading. Now, this card was not a part of your reading, so I'm going to set it aside. Let's see what your future self want to communicate to you at this time. The first message I see your future self want you to know is that it's time to reevaluate your communication style. Have you been very straightforward and people have been giving you feedback that they want you to soften up? Personally, I'm all for straightforward communication, but I've noticed that not everyone can take the truth and the truth alone. Many times we have to soften our message. We may even have to take a detour to deliver the message so that the person can comprehend what we mean. And this is what I see with the Queen of Swords reversed. I see that you're good at communication, and your future self is saying that there's always room for improvement. It's always beneficial to deliver the message accurately, concisely, and it's beneficial to think from the other person's perspective so we can speak the language that they can understand. I also see your future self is saying that there are things that don't belong to your life and you need to let them go. I actually see this message over and over again with the 5 of Cups reverse, with the 10 of Swords reverse, even the 8 of Swords. I see that your future self is saying that there are energy, people, or events, or situation that in your life that don't belong there anymore. It doesn't bring you positive energy, it drains you. You've been thinking about, is that the right thing? And your future self is like, literally, let it go. You will be rewarded with so much more options that's better than what you have hanging on to right now. What you are hanging on to are your past, are what you are familiar with, but change is inevitable in your life, in everybody's life. And it's better off to embrace the changes that's coming your way. You feel and you can see, you've already sensed the change that's coming. I feel like this change, regardless of what it is in the 3D, you can feel that it can have big impact on your life, on your way of living. And your future self is confirming that, trust that you do have a lot of options. You have a lot of opportunities that either is presenting themselves in front of you right now, or in the near future, you're going to see a lot of options. And these options can only become a possibility once you release what's no longer serving you. And your future self, to be honest, a little bit tough. Your future self is also saying that it's time to let go of your naiveness, because the Fool card come on reverse. It's not so much they say that you're being naive, but it's rather that I know you're childlike, you live a worry-free life, but right now it is time to face your responsibilities and really organize your life in a way that you can take on more responsibilities. Because I feel like right now your future self want to prep you for the success, for the adventure ahead of you. And you have to become a certain person that's more confident, more presentable, more professional in a sense in the 3D world. You need to be taken seriously. Whatever you're doing, your next step, you need to be that person that appear to be trustworthy, respectful, and your future self is wanting you to get ready for that. And with the Ten of Swords reverse, I see that again you are feeling exhausted from your past. You have went through a quite exhausting chains of events that lead you to this point. You got both full moon and changing the wind, in between world. These cards are all symbolizing changes, that you are completing a chapter and beginning a new chapter. You're in that in between world right now. You're cleaning up the previous thing that you're completing, and you're getting ready to embark your new journey. And over again, your future self is saying, let go of the past. Let go of what no longer serves you. Your future self is saying that free yourself from the constraint of your life, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job that doesn't align with your life purpose, whether it's a group of people that you feel that you have to dim your light to fit in. However you feeling, know that those are illusion. You are free. No one has the right or power to constrain you. You are powerful, but you have to realize that and become the queen. I'm just giving an example because I see Queen of Swords in your reading, even though it's reversed. But I see that you are becoming that energy from number 0 to becoming a queen. You have a long way to go. And along the way, you have to give up a lot of things. I think more important than anything is the old way of thinking, how you perceive the world. Maybe you inherit a way of viewing this world from your parents' perspective, from your teacher's perspective, or from your community. But now you're shifting your environment. Maybe you move to a different city, to a different country, to a complete different culture. Now you have to form your own perspective. And your future self is saying that this is your chance. Let's do it. And then obviously we get the in-between world. When I see this card, I always look at the flamingo. They're pink, and that's because they eat shrimp. So what you eat is very, very important to you. Your future self is saying that it's time to pay attention to your health, eat healthy, exercise. Know that you are in between world and you are meant to step into this new world. The longer you resist, it's only going to prolong your transformation. When you look back one day, your future self is saying that you would wish that you could step up and start this transformation sooner rather than later, because on the other side, there's miracles. The miracles are waiting for you. The miracles come out after the storm. You've already went through the storm, or you're at the very, very end of it. Get it handled so you can start your new journey. And the new journey is so much more beautiful. Trust yourself. This change is inevitable. No point to resist. This is a part of your life. This is written in your journey. This is leading you to your destiny. So embrace the change and it will be fine. You will be taken care of. You've always been taken care of. You just have to trust. And then with the flexibility card, there's a tiger in the bamboo forest. I see that your future self is telling you to stay alert, stay flexible, make yourself available to the people that's important. And who are important, you know it more than anybody. Your future self is telling you that trust your intuition, even trust your body. With this card, it says trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Your body have been telling you things, giving you a hint. Don't ignore it anymore. Stop ignoring. If you have a headache, go check it out. If you have a stomach ache, check it out. Do some healing work. Find out why. Find out the root cause, because your body is giving you hints every step of the way. Also with the Moonlogy card, which is my favorite oracle deck, I always feel like they're so accurate. You get a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo, and adjustments are required, third quarter moon. With these cards, I see that you're meant to be connected with a community. And in this community, right now, your role is to show them who you are. I wouldn't say go out of your way, but see how you can contribute to the community. And by doing that, things will start happening. You will get noticed, and the so-called miracle in your soul tribe will appear. And it is important for you to manifest a new body, a new place to live, a new city. And when you get that new opportunity, share, whether it's verbally, give action to help others, and know that your old way of living doesn't serve you anymore. Your previous way of communication doesn't serve you anymore. Your past story doesn't serve you anymore. And that is why your future self is saying adjustment aren't required. It will be beneficial for you to literally rewrite the story you've been telling yourself. If you've been telling yourself, for example, my parents have been abusing me, then think of from their perspective. Maybe they didn't know any other way to raise you. Then just forgive them and rewrite your story saying, my parents had always been strict with me, and because of their way to raise me, I become the way I am now. And I see the benefit and the shadow growing up this way. And going forward, when I treat other people and my kid, I know what to look out for. Spend some time to rewrite your story. It will benefit you. And with the take a break card, it's just a life's work, not a season. Get off the trail milk. It's saying that you've been spinning your wheel on doing something over and over again. And it's time to give yourself a break. Take a vacation. Don't exhaust yourself. I think from your vacation, you're gonna have inspiration. You may even meet people that can benefit from your work and to your work. So take a break. You have a life mission, you have a career, and you will not be able to achieve that goal with just a season or a year. You need to strategize and figure out where you're heading, as this card is telling me. So now I want you to think of a question, and I'm going to ask my angel oracle and see what the angel has for you. Okay, the angel's telling us that it's up to you. It's up to you, whatever you're asking for. It seems like you have more power than you realize. You are literally changing your mindset to realizing your power, and that's how you can make things happen. Your future self is confirming that big happy changes are coming your way. Trust that. I trust these cards wholeheartedly. What else? They're just coming out like crazy. Okay. Again, your future self, your angels are saying let go. Whatever you're holding on to, please, please let them go. They don't belong to you. One more card, please. Opportunity, yes. You will have opportunities just like the Seven of Cups to take you to the next step. Now, last but not least, I'm going to pull 3 cards and see what final words your future self have for you about your future. Pile 1 future self, what final words do you have for pile 1 about their future? You got 3 of Pentacles reversed. You got Queen of Cups. All right. What else, future self, do we have for pile 1? You got 7 of Pentacles reversed. I see that you you have a long way to go. Part 1. Whatever you have in mind to achieve, you need to be dedicated and put a lot of work into it. While doing those works, remember to take a break and know that patience is important. Teamwork is important. Don't feel arrogant when you achieve certain goal. I really have this feeling that you are at the beginning of a new chapter of your life. And this new chapter requires a lot of hard work. And how you can succeed with this hard work is to be flexible, to be alert, to be observant, and see how you can best serve this community that you are stepping into. And know that you are the Queen of Cups. You have a superb ability to use your emotions to convey certain messages. And it is very important to know that telling stories a lot of time is more important than just throw out facts. It's important to know that sometimes, a lot of time actually, when you are doing a sales pitch, the use stories is more effective than throwing out hard facts. Know how to in tune with your emotion is particularly important to you. And your future self want you to trust your body, trust your intuition, and make adjustments. I can see that there are a lot of change and adjustment that's required. Whether it's to move, change your relationship, change your job, or just change your mindset. I think most importantly is changing your mindset. A lot of time we will blame other people for preventing us doing certain things, but rather it is ourselves stopping us from achieving things. No one can really do anything to you unless you let them. So stop restraining yourself. See your goal and be focused and let's go. There's so much that you need to release at this time. Okay, how about this, Pawan? Why don't you spend the next couple of weeks, sort out your life, figure out what you need to release right now and do it. Really, just schedule meetings with people and get that done. Wrap up your project or whatever you need to finish. And let's start stepping into the new realm that you're going to. I feel like your new realm is much more elevated than your current state. And to get there, though, you need to change your mindset first and foremost. And then eventually you will have to put in the hard work, but you need to change your mindset, which can help you get where you want to get. And trust that happy, big changes are coming. And it's all up to you. You have the power to be the driver of your own life. Pile one. This is all I have for you. I hope it makes sense. If you finish this reading, please leave me number 1 so I know that you complete the whole thing. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Hi, Pile 2. If you pick the Hermit card from the Ethereal Vision Illuminated Tarot deck, this is your reading. Now I channel your future self and I mix the Oracle card and the Tarot card together. And here is your message. Right now, I see that you feel a sense of lost. I see that you feel powerless. There might be chaos in your life. You may be experiencing grief, loss, devastation, or relationship turmoil. I see that you feel confused with the Star card reversed. I see that you feel misunderstood. You feel being tested or even abandoned by God or divine. You feel like everything that's happening is against your will. You feel helpless. And there might be a connection that make you feel insecure. You thought you guys were soulmate, but it turned out not the way you thought it would be, because the Six of Cups come out reversed. It makes me feel like you feel overwhelmed by everything that's going on in your life, and you feel a sense of failure, defensiveness, hesitation, because Nine of Wands came out reversed. You feel paranoid, and your future self want to tell you that it is time to release. Sometimes rejection is God's protection. Things that's not meant for you is leaving your life. Even though you thought they're the right person, you thought this is the perfect job, You thought everything was meant to be. You thought everything was set up perfectly, but it's just not working. And it is because this is a life lesson you're supposed to learning right now. And I see that with this serendipity card come out reversed. It's number 18. I feel like, for example, you think someone was the one, but now you're going through a breakup or hostility in the relationship. And in fact, this person is not your one and only. This person was just meant to be in your life for a period of time, a season, not a whole life. I feel a lot of frustration from the first row of these cards. Your future self wants to tell you that trust something better is coming its way. I know things are falling apart. All these synchronicity and serendipity are supposed to work in your favor, but know that sometimes we plan it ourselves this way. When I say that, I mean our soul before coming into this life. Our soul planned it this way so we can learn certain lessons. And sometimes these synchronicities and serendipities are happening to bring difficulties for us to learn a lesson before you hit the jackpot. Something much brighter and full of hope is coming in your life. However, right now, your future self is communicating to me that you are experiencing a lot of hardships. And know that these negativities are temporary. It is designed at this time in your life to teach you certain things and get you ready for certain things. In Chinese, we have a very famous poem that says, when God is about to give you an important test, you will be starved, you will be exhausted, you will feel hopeless, you get idea. And all these things is to prepare you for extremely important tests. And that's what you are experiencing right now. And then your future self is saying that regardless, your future self is saying that, sweetie, I know you are tired, exhausted, frustrated. However, know that it is coming to a completion. Your experience is coming to a full circle, and this experience is to help you gain deeper understanding of your role in this world and prepare you for the next cycle. But everything happening right now is just a preparation phase. You're not supposed to start a new cycle yet. The world card represents a completion, and you also get the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is a tough planet. Saturn create obstacles or situation that there's no way around it. You cannot play street smart to get around it. You have to put in the hard work to overcome it. And this is what you have been experienced recently or for a while. And know that this is a full moon. So full moon means completion. This is coming to an end. Both the world card and this Moonology card is telling me that this cycle is coming to an end. And know that you got Handman. This card actually came out first, but I'm only introducing it now because again, it's telling me that you have to end the old way of living, the old way of thinking to release what doesn't belong to you anymore and release any restriction that's slowing you down or preventing you from being your true self. Something is holding you back. And it's time to let it go, whether it be a relationship, an old job, or an old dynamic in your environment. Maybe the city you live is hindering your performance, so move to a different city. With the Hangman card and the Stillness card, it both show me that it is okay to take some time out to rejuvenate, to breathe, to meditate, to go within, connect with your inner self. You are meant to reflect and be in action state right now. Right now, it is a time for you to go in and learn all these lessons and reflect what you've gone through, because what you've gone through is pretty tough. emotionally. It might be so tough that it's causing like physical exhaustions. And right now is a time for you to reflect all these things that happen to you and learn from it and accept that it is what it is and let that go. Your future self wants you to know that not too long from now, you will realize there's a silver lining in the obstacles that you've went through. Something positive is going to come out, and you will understand why this happened to you. And with the stillness card, I see that your future self wants you to take a step back and to heal things, to fix things. Timing is everything. And right now is not yet the time to start a new cycle yet. Your future self is also telling you that it's time to live your authentic life and see what is no longer serving you with the truth card. I see that you have been working very hard to stay authentic, to stay true to yourself. You have been facing a lot of obstacles or resistance to be yourself. Maybe you are a very lovely, happy person, but your work requires you to wear suits and pretend that you are professional. A professional is a great word, but the way they use it is like if you laugh so much and happy, you are not professional. I feel like it hurts, and it is time for you to strategize what your next step is and really think things through and forgive whoever you need to forgive, whether it's yourself for putting yourself in that situation or anyone else that have hurt you. Let that negative feeling go to make room for positivities. The last row of this reading is a little bit predictive from your future self. You get the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. This card is telling us that you are about to step into a new paradigm. And before you step into the new paradigm, right now you are at this dark place, dark, ugly, scary place. But a lot of time, the most sacred temple are resided at the most dangerous place. For example, Tibet have some of the most sacred temple in the world on this planet, but Tibet itself is on a very high altitude. A lot of people go there, they need to use oxygen tank. They cannot jump, run, or drink alcohol just because the nature is so much different from the prairies, from most of where we live. That's just a metaphor telling you that you are about to step into the beauty. You see the colored place, that's where you're heading. However, right now you're still in the darkness, but know that your tough cycle is approaching to an end. Also, from the Moology card, you get the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. This energy, though, is not telling you to start something new, but to tell you to continue work on yourself, heal yourself, fix whatever you need to fix. Once you prepare yourself, and then by the time you reach to the entrance of this new paradigm, you're more ready than ever. You also get Five of Pentacles. With the Five of Pentacles, I see that your future self is telling you that you will recover on your financial difficulties. You will gain renewed confidence, and you will be more spiritual than ever after this healing journey. And there will be opportunity presented to you that you have never imagined before. I see that spirit and even your higher self is telling you that a lot of things that's no longer serving you right now, they're purposely removing it. And I'm sorry this process is difficult, but it's meant for you to learn this lesson. And know that once you come out from the other side, you will become the Queen of Wands. This card is the energy. It's not saying that you're a woman or man. Queen of Wands is a creative energy. It is very intuitive. It is passionate and fiery. She's confident. She is also kind and nurturing. She is very alert, yet she doesn't have to show everyone that she knows the ins and out of her situation, even though she's in full control. if you notice, the people who are usually in full control of their life, they rarely show that they're in full control. They're just in their state of being. They're more of themselves than anyone else. It's rather the people who are faking it are pretend to be tough, to be aggressive, but you will not be that state anymore. You don't have to defend yourself. It is about you getting in tune with your own energy and becoming who you are. And know that you are connected to the keepers of the earth. You are even one of them. This card says you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. This card showing me that you have guides from the spirit realm that's helping you, assisting you, and you also have people in the earthly realm that want to help you. Right now, it's about the time for you to learn how to accept people's help. Whether it is people want to help you financially, they want to help you in the form of service, and also learn to call upon helps both from the spirit realm and in your 3D life. Say if you are in a frustrated situation, then call upon your angels, higher self, the divine, to help you, and call upon help from the other person's higher self, their spirit guide too, and have the guides work things out. I do that a lot actually. I found it's very helpful, and give it a, like say 5 minutes, everyone's energy shift, because our spirit guides and our higher self always look for the best for all party involved, not like the human self. And once they work things out, their energy will channel into the human body and things will shift. And this card is also saying that in the 3D world, say you have problem taking care of your kid, you have meeting and then schedule doesn't work out, ask around. You never know where the help is coming from, but know that people are always there to help you. I can feel that you do have soul tribe and people who are willing to help you and understand your circumstance. And all you need to do is to ask. In Chinese, we say that the bird who cried the loudest have the most food. I think in English there's something similar to that too. And that's what you need to tune in right now, to ask for help. Know that whatever is living your life and causing your frustration is for you to release, even if it's people that you thought was the most important in your life. Some people are meant to be in our life for a season, for a reason. Sometimes are meant to be our life for a lifetime. But now I see that you're dealing with people who have done their course with, in terms of relationship or project that's coming to an end. And know that it is okay to take some time to breathe, to go with him, to evaluate and strategize. The whole point of doing it so that you can come to the truth and most authentic self, and to know that what and where you are meant to be. From there, get ready, get healing. Know that you are not alone. You have tribes. Know that your financial situation will get better. Know that you will gain back your confidence and be even more confident than you ever were. Know that you will be this creative, intuitive person, this queen of one energy that's so confident and nurture that you will attract a lot of magic around you. How to, before I let you go, ask a question to your future self. And I'm going to channel the message using the Angel Answer Oracle cards. Now, future self, please show us the answer to Pautu's question. This card come out upright, compromise. If you are asking for how to navigate your current situation, that's the answer so far, compromise. You get a no. This is a definitely no. No need to hang on to whatever you are resisting of letting go, because it's not meant to be. And also no to whatever you're asking. Future self, answer to how to's question. and then you get a yes. If you happen to ask another question, it come out yes. Now I'm going to ask my After Tarot deck, Future Self of Pile 2. Can you show up some other message you would like to communicate at this point? You get Fourth of Pentacle reversed. Again, don't hang up onto whatever you're hanging up to. There's resistance. I'm sorry, Pile 2, but it's normal that we resist change. And clearly, what you're going through is a significant change, but there's no need to hang up to it. Along with the compromise and temperance, I see that your future self wants you to find the balance in your situation. Rebalance your priority, re-evaluating the people or situation in your life and see how you should allocate your time to these people. You get 10 of Swords. You get a 9 of Wands, come on reverse. Now there's a 10 of Swords. I think the message of 10 of Swords is that this is undoubtedly coming to an end. The reason your future self, your spirit's warning you and urging you to leave it is because if you hang on to it, I don't think you will, but they're saying that if you hang on to this current situation, you are gonna be hurt so bad that it feel like you died. Right now you feel frustrated, confused, hopeless. But if you hang on to it any longer, you will be actually losing your sense of self and everything. So I think your message is still on don't hang on to whatever you're dealing with and let it go. Even forgave them. Wheel of Fortune. This card come out upright. Give me a hope. The card Wheel of Fortune itself is saying that life goes up and down. There's good and bad. It's just all a lesson. Out of the 4 cards I pull at the end, 2 of them are major arcana. It's telling me that the next chapter of your life is going to be very significant. But right now, you really, really, really need to let go of the people, the project, the career that no longer serve you, whatever that is, the subject matter. And know that there's down and there will be up. Pile 2, this is all I have for you. I hope this makes sense. If you stay until the end of the reading, please leave me a number 2 so I know you stayed. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next time. Hi, Pile 3. If you picked the Herman card from the Muse Tarot deck, this is your reading. Now, your future self have a few things to communicate with you. First of all, your future self is telling me that you are experiencing a lot of exhaustions and you are tired from your current situation. You put in a lot of hard work and you might feel like it's repetitive. You've given more than you're receiving. Your future self is telling me to let you know that it is time to purify your world, to clean your house, to do an inventory count of your possessions and see what no longer serve you. If you hold something and that thing doesn't spark joy to you anymore, it's time to get rid of it. Same with people. You only have so much energy. Declutter your environment and keep only what's precious for you. And your future self is saying that there is peace in your life. Right now is the time for you to practice radical acceptance, meaning understand that whatever is presenting in your life has a reason, has a purpose. It is not random. And see the beauty of your situation. Your future self is also showing us with the 4 of emotions reversed that it is time to meditate, to contemplate. You also get a new moon in Pisces card, which says meditate and contemplate. It is showing me that you used to ignore certain aspect of your life almost purposefully, but now circumstances have made you face the situation face to face. It had caused you frustration and headache before, but your future self is saying that it is an opportunity to practice how to navigate difficult situation. All the lesson we're learning now is to prepare ourselves for our next journey, and that is what's happening to you. with the page of materials, I see that there's a new project or new financial opportunity that's going to appear in your life. Your future self is saying that get ready, because your financial life, your stability, your abundance is gonna go to the next level. And all these lessons and situation right now is to get you ready for that. Your future self is also saying, with the Knight of Emotions and the Moonlogy card, it says a new romantic cycle begin, new moon in Libra, that you are about to getting into another significant relationship. It is important, because otherwise it wouldn't show up in my reading. My reading have to promise that it's only important things will show up. So getting ready for some play, some flirting situation, some new romantic communications. Pile 3. And then your future self is telling us that it is a time for you to learn to release and let go of some unhealthy habit with your finance, whether it's you likes to splurge on luxury goods even before putting money in your retirement account, or constantly eating out instead of cooking. There's some habits in your financial stability area that you can work on and improve. And know that change is inevitable. And this change is going to be fun, it's going to be lighthearted, it's going to be good for you. And it's going to lead you to your next level. And I see that your future self is communicating that eventually you will build something that will leave you a legacy, will leave your children, your grandchildren, generational wealth. And you will work on building solid foundation and reputation for you and your family. You will be like Mulan of your family, make a name. And everything you're going through right now is to get you ready for that final step. And know that you are blessed, you are lucky. 5 to 10 years down the road, when you look back at this period of time, you will feel appreciative, blessed. You will be like, it has to be out of this world that certain thing happened to me and led me to my next journey, because even though I had obstacle compared to other people, it may not be as bad. An example I have is I went through a divorce and I thought that was the worst thing happened in my life, and I was sad. And I started talking to my friends, and almost everybody have some worst story to share with me. They did that just to make me feel better about my circumstances. But afterwards, I was like, wow, I guess I live a pretty good life even with this divorce. God bless you guys. You have went through difficult situations, and this is difficult situations more like intellectually, and in your mind it's difficult and challenging. And I'm not denying how difficult it was, but I don't see you were ever financially challenged. Like you were not sleeping on the street, you were not unable to pay your bills. Your stress is more mental. But on the physical realm, you have always been taken care of, and you have always lived a elegant and beautiful life. And I say that because there are a lot of flowers in your reading, especially all the pentacles have roses, and they're blooming beautiful roses. They don't show up in my reading as a coincidence. Now I'm going to let you ask your future self a question and see what answer we get. And I'm going to channel this message through the Angel Answer Oracle deck. So, ask your future self a question. You get the situation will improve. Remain positive. Ask for help from others. Interesting. It is true that sometimes when we're in trouble, we feel like we're on our own, we're alone, but in fact, there are plenty of people who care for us. If we communicate with others, they will be willing to help us. Last but not least, I want to ask my After Tarot deck and see what message your future self have for you. Immediately, I get the Strength card. You have the power to make things happen for you, Power 3. And I feel like you either have like a pet that's super supportive of you, or you have a person that you can lean on. This lion is a symbol for someone that's super supportive of you, and this person's always there for you. This is the person that your future self is asking you to ask for help from. Figure out who that person is. I feel like you know who that person is, and you haven't utilized that person's full potential to help you navigate your situation. You got Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, again, is showing me that you are about to embark a new journey for your career, for your financial stability. Maybe you are going to move to somewhere new that's going to be beneficial for you. You have Queen of Cups come out reversed. I feel like your future self is saying that emotions are important, but in your particular situation, you use logic. Pay attention to the logic behind why you think the way you think. Be aware of your emotion, but use it as a tool. Don't rely on your emotion. If you feel something, study yourself why you're feeling it. Communicate to the counterpart in a more rational way, because I feel like whoever you are dealing with doesn't take emotion well. They're rather logical. They're more scientific minded, and you need to translate your emotion into a language that they can understand so they can comprehend what you're talking about. What else, future self of Power 3? You have Seven of Cups come out reversed. You have a lot of options. These options, some of them are about temptation, some of them are about financial abundance, spiritual growth, expanding your knowledge in the 3D realm and the spirit realm. But this card is warning you not to be greedy, not to focus on short-term gain and made it into a long-term pain. If you look at this card, this spirit jump out to me more than anything. Your future self is telling you that spiritual growth is important. You are not watching this reading because of some random reason. Your future self literally led you to this reading to remind you to focus on the bigger picture, which is better yourself and everyone around you, this world, this planet. You need to focus and don't let the material temptation or luxurious lifestyle to lead you off your path. Do the right thing. Do the ethical thing. You want to leave this world, be known as who you are, but not what you possess. And in fact, when people remember you, they remember how you make them feel, but not how much money you have. Pile 3. That message is really, really important. It is time for you to take some time out, meditate, reevaluate your life, purify your life, to simplify it and make it that there are not as many distractions for you. Know that a new relationship is coming your way that's significant, that will brighten up your life, that will make you happy. So enjoy that ride. Understand that there are shifts and adjustment you need to make in terms of your financial instability at your home. We know that your future self have confirmed everything you're doing now is to build a generational wealth, and you're gonna get very, very lucky along the way. And know that you are being helped by your soul family, by your spirit guide, by your higher self and divine, and your higher self wanting to stay positive and know that the situation will get better. Remember to ask for help, and know that when you are in a difficult situation, don't let your emotion run the case. Use your logic and emotion. Both of them are your tool to come out with the upper hand. Don't be distracted by the luxury, by material gains. Some of these gains are only short term. Look at the long haul. Think about how Warren Buffett makes his investment. It's always about holding it for a long time, not about short-term trading. If you have read any article about short-term trading, you know that overall you will be worse off than holding on to the stock long-term and let it grow. Of course, when you pick the stock, you have to understand why the stock is worth to invest into, whether it's paying dividends quarterly or this company is in a booming industry. You need to study and gain skills that will benefit you, and this is a time for you to sharpen your knife so that when the opportunity comes, you will be ready. And you have to know that compared to the average person, you are lucky. You are blessed. You have designed your life here and there with sparkles. So it's not just a sourdough. I mean, nothing wrong with sourdough, but sourdough is very, very basic. Your sourdough has sparkle on it that will make it so much tastier. Part 3. This is all I have. I hope this reading makes sense to you. If you stay until the end of the reading, please leave me in number 3. I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.